Hello and welcome to day 7. We get up bright and early and we head up to Cabanas for breakfast. I have a wonderful view of lots and lots of water. This is another day where we were moving around the ship and we were doing things, but before we knew it, the day just flew by and couldn't tell you where we had lunch. I know we ate at some point. We did spend a little time at the pool. I would go there pretty early in the morning, like right after breakfast. I like to do a little bit of swimming. Of course, the pool there is very, very small, but it was nice that time in the morning because no one else was in there. And I would get in and do a little swimming. You know, it took like 4 strokes and you would be across the pool. And then we went up, did a little reading, looking out at the beautiful water again. And I would realize that, because I found that after about 11:30, 12 o'clock, the pool was usually, this was the adult pool. It was pretty full of people just standing in there with drinks, talking and chatting, and it would get pretty full. So you weren't able to like swim, and again I use that word very loosely because it was such a tiny pool. Went up to the one deck up, laid out with our books, did a little reading, and then like I said, we probably walked around the ship and looked at things and the art and the various lounges. I don't know where the day went, but they were all so wonderful. So I don't know, but before we knew it, it was time to get ready for our dinner at Remy. And the reservation ended up falling right between both of the shows, so we didn't get to go to the first seating show or the second seating show. So we didn't see anything that night. But we walked all the way down from the very front of the ship where our stateroom was. Remy is at the extreme back of the ship. So we went down a couple decks and then we walked all the way along the hallway where all the staterooms were. That's a long walk. It was like maybe a good 5 minutes, if not 10. But it was really fun to see everybody's doors decorated and different things people had written on their doors and photos of families and stuff. So that took us a little extra time too, because we would stop and look at all the things on people's doors. We always like to show up a little early, and we went out to the back of the Meridian Lounge. You could go out. They have access to the outside, and it was a beautiful, beautiful sunset. So it was either getting, there was that, I didn't want to use a flash, so it's either getting the sunset or seeing Chuy's face. And so yeah, this one was, you could still sort of see him. I only brought one evening dress, so I wore it a couple times. This is the only food photo, if you can call it that, I took during our meal at Remy. Partly I didn't take more because I don't know, after we sat down, I just felt that the ambiance didn't call for it. We had an absolutely amazing meal at Remy, and I would not hesitate to go again if we ever take another cruise. I would probably go twice. I loved it so much. The service there was impeccable. I tried to time the seating so that we got there when it was daylight and then we could watch the sunset, which was really lovely. But yeah, it was just a wonderful meal, and because we were having such a great time chatting with our server and Chuy and I just having great conversation, that I'm sorry I didn't pull out, I just didn't pull out the phone and take any food photos. We did have wine with our meal, which was really yummy, and sadly I can't remember what it was. Okay, I lied. I did take one actual food photo, and it was dessert. The one closer to us was mine, and it was a, I believe the chocolate bar had hazelnut in it, which is a favorite of mine. After dessert, they brought us these amazing little French things that I will completely mess up if I try to pronounce, so I'm going to add the word here. We loved these. They were just amazing. And they gave us a couple per person. Chuy asked if we could have more. And the server said, let me go check. And he came back and he said, I apologize, but the chef only made enough for the amount of covers for that evening. And we were like, that's absolutely fine. We just thought we would ask. He goes, but I'll make sure that we make extra tomorrow night and we'll send some to your stateroom. And don't you know, they did exactly that. And it was quite a large bag. It had probably 10 or 12 of them in there. They were really divine. We really liked these a lot. But what's not to love about French food? Again, we had a very lovely stroll. Once we got to midship, we came outside, took the elevator up so we could walk outside. There was a movie playing on around the pool deck. Sometimes we would stand and watch for a little bit, and we sat in a couple chairs and just people watched and felt the lovely breeze. I don't know, and just, you know, let dinner digest. It was a lot of food. And when we finally got back to the stateroom, our lovely hostess Rhea had made this cute little bat. How adorable is that? Each night there was a towel animal, which I always think is so adorable. So we changed, got into something more comfortable, and we spent a little bit of time out on the veranda, looking at those amazing stars, hearing the water down below, and talking about how thankful we were that we're able to take these great vacations and meet these wonderful people from all different points of the world. And yeah, it was a really wonderful day. So thanks for coming along and sharing it with us. And tomorrow we arrive in British Virgin Islands at Tortola, so check back for the next installment. Thanks for watching Ko-osh.